Fox News alert. Kentucky Senator Rand Paul is now giving his first interview to Fox News after being physically attacked outside his home and left with 6 broken ribs. Joining us now, Dr. Mark Siegel, Fox News medical correspondent who spoke with the senator. First of all, Dr. Siegel, how's he doing?
Harris, he's doing much better now. He's actually starting to heal, but it's been a long, arduous road. And he told me that he's been hit twice, once by this attacker running at him down a hill, which nobody knew till now, and the second time by the media, a partisan attack. And we physicians are not used to that. We look at healing as bipartisan or nonpartisan. But I spoke to him about what it was like to be attacked. Take a listen. You were blindsided, I
was working in my yard with my earmuffs on, to protect my hearing from the mower, and I'd gotten off the mower facing downhill, and the attacker came running full blade. I never saw him, never had a conversation. In fact, the weird thing is I haven't talked to him in 10 years.
Harris, I spoke to him about what the motive might be, what might be inside the man's head, because you just heard him say he hadn't spoken to his neighbor in almost 10 years. And he thought about it and he said, I really don't know, but several things come to mind and they are actually political. Take a look. Do you have any idea what was in his head?
Well, I didn't before the attack because we'd had no conversation. After my ribs were broken, then he said things to me to try to indicate he was unhappy. But I think I guess to me, the bottom line is it isn't so important. If someone mugs you, is it really justified for any reason? And so I think the more people belabored, oh, well, was it about yard clipping? Was it because he hates Donald Trump? Does he hates you because you oppose Obamacare? You don't really know what's in someone's mind. And so it may have some relevance, but for the most part, the real question should be, are you allowed to attack someone from behind in their yard when they're out mowing their grass, even if you dislike something about their yard?
Harris, you and I talk a lot about healing and what it takes to heal, and it might really shock you to know that on his way back to the Senate to weigh in on the tax bill, he developed pneumonia with a temperature of 102.5, and he kept going, and he went back to work. And he also told me he used ibuprofen to treat his pain, not opioids. Harris?
Wow, that's a lot of detail, and people may wonder about the texture of your conversation. I want to point out, this was doctor to doctor, which you had an opportunity to ask him some things that maybe other people might not even understand if they ask the questions. So it's interesting about the pain management that you just mentioned, about the total healing. As you look forward, you break 6 ribs. What maybe is something doctor to doctor that you guys talked about that you can share?
Harris, number one, 6 ribs, 3 of them were displaced, and people should know that displaced is a lot worse and a lot more painful, and it puts your lung at risk, and that's why he got the fluid in the lungs. And people also need to know, we talked about the idea that you don't tape lungs. Here's how you get better. You use breathing machines, breathing exercises day after day, and his wife said that at night he struggles to breathe. That's heroic as far as I'm concerned. It's nonpartisan and it's heroic. He's back at work, but he's still got a long road ahead of him, several weeks before he's fully recovered.
Wow.
Harris?
That medical detail from Dr. Mark Siegel on our Fox News team. We appreciate it. Thank you. First interview with Rand Paul since that attack in his yard. Thank you very much. Also